What's up, everybody? It's Quack, and today we're finna be going over chapter 1186. Now, last chapter, right? I don't remember what the hell. Actually, I don't know what the hell happened. Shuri killed her father. Both of them were dummy reversing, and there was some new nigga in the room. And I'm pretty sure there was one of the five elders in there as well. What the hell happened? Like, I kind of knew that Shuri would probably end up betraying them in some way, but I didn't think it was gonna be like this. It looks to me as though Princess Shuri went just full crazy and went over to the world government and just decided, screw it, I'ma just do whatever the hell I want. But at the same time, both of them, her and her father, are Domi reversing. So at that point, I mean, something else, some trickery had to have happened. But let's get straight into this. Start this chapter off with Loki and Ida spending some time together, and honestly, I'm glad we get to see this because we didn't actually get to see this during their or during Loki's backstory. So it's nice to see just him as a kid spending time with him, because then at least we get a little glimpse into why he did what he did when it came to him destroying that village. We start this chapter off with the struggle between the Asperia kingdom and the government persisting, with every soldier in Asperia kingdom fighting desperately for their independence. We cut back to where Brook has just witnessed his brother lying face down covered in blood, and we also get a better look at all the individuals in the room. So I'm guessing that this shadow thing, like I said before, this is not like a shadow of this guy. This is a separate like thing here. So I'm guessing, yeah, this is one of the five elders. I'm pretty sure this is Mars. And I was kind of thinking that this guy was that dude from the Blackbeard crew, but hell nah, my nigga. They look similar, don't get me wrong, but nah, this ain't him, man. Hell nah. Brooke quickly runs to the king's aid, crying out for help, telling him to please hang on. You can't leave me. And I do want to point out, freaking Emo is in this room. I'm guessing, yes, this is Mars, but this is also Emu as well. So I guess Emu did have a play in this. I didn't really know if Emu really had something like specifically to do with this, or if maybe the elders were the ones who kind of decided to do it. But nah, it was Emu themselves, which means Brooke has dealt with Emu before. So I'm curious, you guys remember the scene when Kuma had sent everyone off? I wonder, when he got sent off, did he think about Emu at that moment? Or has he ever thought about Emu? I mean, because he's been in the presence of Emu before. As he's desperately trying to get his brother to stay with him, memories start to flash by. Brooke desperately cries out for his brother, to no response. And Emu is seen watching as though they're intrigued by the emotions coming from Brooke. Somebody states how Brooke's intrusion is an inconvenience. Brother, what the hell is going on, man? Like, I didn't think that bro would just be dead. I thought maybe he'd be unconscious on the ground, but this nigga is gone, I think. Man, like, that nigga's not responding. Shuri questions his motives, asking Brooke, don't you know he's already gone? Brooke, without even responding to her, turns to the man sitting beside him and questions him, telling him that he knows Princess Shuri. He knows that she's not capable of this. She suddenly then reveals to Brooke that she is a celestial dragon. What the hell? What is happening? Bro, who was the celestial dragon? Okay, could it be? Okay, but why would they? Okay, what the hell is happening? Okay, so apparently Reven is not even her real father. And Brooke gets upset because she basically calls him this guy, saying, this guy is not my real dad. He's like, don't call him this guy. Like, what are you talking about? This is your dad. Brooke is then trying to talk some sense into her, telling her that it doesn't really matter that your father wasn't your real dad. Blood doesn't create a bond between a parent and a child. But Shuri states that these past 6 years were hell for her, saying that not being raised as a celestial dragon has made her angry. She then reveals that so she reveals that the whole thing that Reven was saying about how the celestial dragons wanted 1,000 slaves, that crap was bull, nigga. They wanted Shuri. Shuri then, out of frustration, starts to berate her father's name, saying that he was a pointless king who led her people to their doom, saying that because of that, she made him take responsibility, and with killing him, it shall end the war. Brooke tries to tell her that with the king gone, the land will become lawless, but she exclaims to him that that is no longer her concern. The mysterious man speaks to Brooke, telling him that he remembers him. He remembers that Lady Kendall had a little apprentice with an afro. You weren't allowed to come near me. This man is revealed to be one of the God Knights, Saint Manmare, Gra. So I wonder who this nigga is and what happened to him. Because he's obviously dead unless this dude's still alive. And he's one of the other God Knights that we haven't seen. I hope so, because he looks like he has some potential. No way! That's her father! That's her father! Oh my god! Okay, no, it has to be this reaction, that eye, because her thing about it is, I always noticed Princess Shuri's eyes. Her eyes did not look like her dad's. I thought maybe it was just like something weird. No, this nigga is her dad. Brooke is shocked on revealing who this man is. Gra then reveals that the Marines normally wouldn't come to a backwater country like this, but due to those who possess mismatched eyes, the Great One desires them. Okay, so I'm guessing. Oh, I thought this was I thought this guy was her father, but I don't know. I guess not. I was gonna lose it. He goes to continue on when Emu cuts in, saying, "Nigga, you better shut that up, bro. I didn't give you permission to speak, especially when I'm right here. Why are you doing all this talking? I didn't tell you to say all this. If I wanted to say it, well, I'd say it myself." He immediately shuts up, and Brooke is still sitting there starstruck, not able to believe what he's seeing. The entire life he's had up to this point, completely gone. But how could he? He used to change her diapers after all. Everything, he knows everything about her. He's basically been her father since she was born. She then berates him for shedding tears, saying that he has become too weak, and that going to the Holy Land, she won't need him anymore. Yeah, Emu definitely done came in here and forced this whole bullcrap, bro. She ain't speaking like she was before at all, man. This ain't her at all. And I mean, I guess the same thing did happen with Rocks too. Like, but I don't know if this is something that she brought upon herself, or if this is something that's being forced onto her. Memories then flash as he's basically saying that he's always seen her as an angel. But in this moment, she looks as though she's become a demon. Saddened by the fact he couldn't keep his promise, he drops his sword. Shuri goes in to finally cut ties with Brooke. What is happening? Oh my, this is blood. What? Alright, man, let's see what the hell's going on here. Then we get a little musical rhyme. From frogs to cattle, from kings to chattel. Of the dead you'll find, only bones get left behind. Bones alone, as everyone knows, that's just the way the story goes. Brooke falls to the ground, lifeless. Shuri and Gra are then seen walking away. How did he survive? Like, I'm thinking maybe it's like bullcrap like that, what that Oda would do, where maybe the afro is what saved him. But my nigga, that afro didn't do jack squat. Brother is dead. Brooke somehow wakes up surrounded by a group of his men. They didn't inform us how he survived. Apparently the sword went straight through and missed all the vital points, going right in between the two hemispheres of the brain. A bunch of goddamn nonsense, my nigga. I can't stand Oda in this. No, bro, no, he should be dead. They then advised that they wait before they tell Brooke all the details of everything that happened, but he assures them that he really wants to know. And sadly, they have failed, and the king is dead. Princess Shuri has now fled the country and has fully joined the world government. The citizens have also fled as well, becoming refugees. It basically seems like after all this, everyone just got up and dipped, which I don't see why. Like, this is your country. Like, I guess maybe the kingdom, I mean, is already kind of cooked. So maybe they're afraid that if they just stay there, because for the past couple years, you've had nothing but like torment and suffering. So maybe it's just hard for them to even stay on this island anymore. It just seems like maybe there's a curse on the island. Brooke cries out in broken defeat. The thought of failing both Princess Shuri and Revan hitting him like a storm. I mean, you can't really hold the nigga, man, bro. Like, imagine you lost, not really like just Revan, because Candela as well. Candela dies, Revan dies, but you weren't even there to even help Revan through whatever situation that freaking arose. Then after that, you couldn't even save Princess Shuri when you were in the room, and then she left, which means it's almost like she's lost now. To get her back would be such a leap that to even let it get to this point would break you. Alright, so we finally cut back to the present, surprisingly, with Brooks saying at this point he didn't even know what a devil fruit was. He then goes on to say that Princess Shuri seemed so different after the king's murder, saying that it was chilling. It was almost as if she was a demon, but I always thought I was hallucinating, that what I saw wasn't real. He then courageously asks his crew if they will allow him to have faith in Princess Shuri one last time. Everyone begins to swell up with sympathy and understanding, saying that if she is a victim, then I must save Princess Shuri, asking everyone to please lend me her strength. So y'all think she gonna join the crew? Or what? Cool. I don't know if we still need a 10th nigga, or if the 10th crew member is already here. Cause we do have 10 people on the ship, but it's not including Luffy. If you want to exclude him, then we still need that 10th member, and the 10th member could either be, you know, Loki, which I'm hoping, Yamamoto, another, you know, close second, and then Shuri, which I don't mind, because I still remember that thing that she said very early on, where her biggest fear was Nika. And I don't know if it is Shuri saying it or the demonic influence that's talking, because realistically it could be the demon inside being afraid of liberation, because for Shuri to be liberated, that means whatever that little demonic force is gone. At least that's the way I see it. I think Luffy's whole shtick is going to be freeing people from Imu's demonic hold. Everyone rushes, thinking of different things that they can do to help get Shuri out of the block of ice. And one thing I do want to, you know, point out here is Usopp is very, like, determined to, like, prove himself. Everyone else's, their words seem so solid, but then you get to him and they seem panicked, sketched, because explosives don't work. What literally can I even do to help here? And I don't know. Usopp, I really do feel like Usopp is going to go the route I said he would, where he's going to try to desperately prove that he can do something. Like, he's not just riding along on the ship. He's here. He wants to help. He wants to contribute. He's just a coward. And my fear is that he's going to try to do something that he's just not cut out for, right? I mean, that was Fishman Island. That's when you were, you know, supposed to be doing all that. Now we're on Elbaf. We literally fighting the goddamn devil, my nigga. Like, shooting beams and all that nonsense ain't finna cut it here. And I'm afraid that he's going to try and do something that's way too beside himself. Brook just runs off, just speeding where I presume to Princess Shuri. We cut to the Walrus School cafeteria where Luffy was last seen. He gets up saying, that crazy new guy is Elbaf's enemy, right? Huff huff. Then, bro takes off his shoes and gets out the slippers, my nigga. He got him out, bro. He finna come step on Imu, bro. Now he has declared Imu his enemy as well. Now that he's eaten up, he's overflowing with power. He bursts off into the air, speeding right towards Mu. The way I'm feeling right now, I don't think I can lose. Keyword, think. Bro is finna get the absolute most humbling humble of all time. Targeting kids, the world government sure plays dirty. Wow. I'm not gonna say nothing, but wow. Mu then states how Loki is ignorant to the reason that they are kidnapping children, and says, would you like me to enlighten you on why? Like, there could be a reason. Oh my, bro, I'm telling you, when this gets animated, I'm telling you, all the females finna be going crazy about this nigga, bro. They already losing it for Shamrock. They fit, bro. Y'all converting. I'm telling you, y'all finna be straight celestial dragons by the time this show is done. Imu then starts talking about how 800 years ago, the giant race was defeated in a bid to rescue their children. Loki confuses, like, 800 years ago? What are you talking about? Imu then states how a few centuries is not nearly enough time to change the nature of a race. But that can easily be done. By taking the offspring and making them bend the knee. Ignorance of the situation does not matter to Mu. History will always repeat itself. That is facts. That is fact. Like, this, Mu has not spoken facts since he started speaking, saying that it's already too late for Elbaf. You're already slaves to Mu. Loki, upset at the nonsense Mu is spewing, goes to attack, but suddenly Loki shoots in hey, and clocks that nigga right in the cheek. And at this point, bro, this is the first encounter. So next chapter, they're gonna speak, bro. They're actually gonna speak words to each other. Can we for like 20 goddamn years, I believe. And this is the first contact between Mu and Luffy. I wonder how this is gonna go. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that whole bullcrap between like or with Luffy being from the past. I think that crap actually might have some merit. I think this dude might go into the past to somehow fix whatever happened. I don't think he is the being from 3,000 years ago, but I do think that he is Joy Boy. But okay. Look. Here's how I want this next chapter to go. Assuming we get to see the rest of this, right? Loki, imagine, right? Okay. Loki and Luffy, they're sitting there, they're, in front of Emu. Emu's right there. Emu's getting up from this blow, and it literally meant nothing. Luffy and Loki are both shocked, but Loki's he's been boxing this nigga for, a good minute. He knows he's pretty durable. Luffy, on the other hand, that nigga shot, immediately hits gear 5. Not Nika. Shoot, I was gonna call this dude Lucifer. Freaking Emu sees Luffy and immediately starts going on this spill about Joy Boy. This is when or at least Luffy gets a little more information on this whole Nika nonsense, on this Joy Boy stuff. And then after that, we can box, bro. We can just start throwing gums and omens and all of that. Loki getting in there. But I want it to be a 2v1 where they're not getting manhandled, but Emu is still on top. I still want Emu on top. I just want it to be to where, okay, he's in a 2v1. He's not that powerful, but he's still powerful enough to where these two niggas, you gonna have to team up. You gonna have to team up against me. And let's see that just for a little bit. And then next chapter, we can cut from that and we can see Sanji, Zoro, whatever you want to do. And later we can finish it off and end the chapter with Luffy and Loki getting slammed and dogged on. And then Emu going off. That's how we can end this hoe. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, follow. This next chapter is absolutely finna be a banger. This next episode too of One Piece, I got caught up because I was kind of slacking behind. But now, nah, bro, I'm caught up. Shamrock, he finna be my nigga, assuming he a dog though. We haven't seen too much of him yet, but when we do, we gonna know. But yeah, like I said, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and follow, and I'll see you guys.